Hey, so we're back with round 5. We're looking to bounce back after we lost a round last round. We were facing Ultimar, who is mulliganed on the play. So our hand has 2 Cobalt Therapies, 2 Infernal Tutors, a land, an LED, and a Wish. So this hand actually isn't that great, but the last time I faced this person, they were on 4 color. And that's a matchup where mulliganing really hurts you, and I don't want to mulligan against a Hymn to Torak based deck, so our hand has 2 disruption spells. We get an Infernal Tutor for another Lion's Eye Diamond, and that's some game. But we really need to draw our lands, so because we're on the draw, I think that this is a fine keep. It's not great, like I definitely am not in love with this hand, but I think it's okay enough. And our opponent has mulled down to 5. Definitely not a bad draw there. Okay, I'll definitely take that. It's essentially mulligan to 4 now. Alright, we're going to get Underground Sea. Okay, mulligan to 3. Maybe they're not actually on 4 color. Yeah, it doesn't look like they are. So Wasteland here would be pretty bad for us. Yeah, this is just Grixis. I'm going to get the Ritual because I think that this is going to end up being a Past in Flames kill. So we're going to lead off with a Ritual because if it gets forced, we don't care. And if it stays, we'll just pay for it. So that's from 3. It's from 4. Alright, so we're not going to pay for Pierce. And then we'll pay for Ritual. Storm 4, 5. That's from 6. It's from 7 empty. This should be good enough. If we decided to wait a turn, we could be tripped up by something like Deathrite Shaman, so it's just not worth it. So something we should play around is Fork Bolt. And these are relevant cards. So we're actually going to only swing with 10. Because he can block, and then take 9 the next turn we just swing out. So this eliminates the possibility of us just dying to something silly. Alright, so we got a little bit lucky on that. We kept a hand that was actually really bad against Grixis Silver because we thought they were on pile. We were also lucky in the fact that our opponent mulliganed to 5. And they also never found a wasteland. Like, there was a lot of things that went right for us that game. I don't actually love this hand, but having empty is huge, so we're going to keep. This sucks. We have like every card that they would possibly name in our hand. So you might be thinking like, hey, maybe you should have played the Lion's Eye Diamond. I don't agree with that at all, because like we're trying to win with Goblin tokens, and you just need as many spells as you can get, so it's actually better off to just hold the Lion's Eye Diamond anyway. So I wouldn't be shocked to see something like Flusterstorm here. Like, our opponent hasn't done anything all game, so I think that they likely have some sort of interaction. Because we saw Pierces and Therapies, I don't think that they're a Stifle list. I mean, they could be like a Lewis CBR type list, but like his list isn't incredibly common, and Stifle isn't common in general. No, we're not going to pay for days. So we're doing this because I want to try to Ad Nauseam next turn. And now we'll take Delver Secrets. So we have the choice of, we can cast Brainstorm, and our opponent will likely Pyroblast, and then we can go Petal, Infernal Tutor, empty for 10. And then at that point we're hoping to avoid a Sweeper, or we can cast Empty the Warrens with 2 more empties in our, or we can cast Ad Nauseam with 2 Empty the Warrens in our deck, and they have inactive death rate, so we're at 13. I think I like the Brainstorm line here. And are we okay with trading 1 Goblin for 2 damage? I think I am. Because I think it could possibly shave one turn off in the future if they draw like back-to-back blockers. They actually will get an extra turn anyway because they can always eat their Delver Secrets. So it's just going to make things a little more awkward on them. Like, trading one Goblin there was fine. I don't think the difference between 13 and 12 is incredibly large. So we're going to cast the Cabal Therapy here because if they do manage to find an answer, we want to be able to combo off again later. And this way we could, you know, like possibly 2-for-1 them or just disrupt them a little bit more. So I'm going to name Forcible again because it's the most probable card of why they haven't cast a spell yet. Surgical. Okay. We will not flashback for Surgical. Like, we just don't care about it. It also, like, tempts our opponent to eat our Cabal Therapy with Deathrite. Okay, I guess they're not going to. But, so that means that they're going to eat Delver Secrets, which should still be lethal because they'll go up to 9 and the next turn block 11. Or, I'm sorry, take 10 blocking 1 when I attack for 11. That was a good draw. Cool. We are now 4-1.